Hi, happy end of the week. The weather is gorgeous. Welcome to fall.
I love September, one of my favorite months out of the year. The sun's just at a little bit different angle. You can see just a little coloring of the trees changing and the like. But September has always been one of my favorite months. So I wanted to kind of share with you a little bit about what's going on tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
I know that you're aware of the fact that I'm a police chaplain for the Park Ridge Police Department.
Yes.
And each year, the Park Ridge Police Department Chaplains Group puts on a 9/11 remembrance event. And that'll be taking place tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock down in Hodges Park, right in front of the City Hall.
Okay.
We'll start at 8 o'clock. It's going to be, because it's the 20th anniversary of the remembrance, there's going to be a few added attractions to it. But we just want to encourage and invite members of our congregation who live in Park Ridge or who don't live in Park Ridge, come and be a part of this remembrance. It's a good time to reflect on all the sacrifices that folks have made, what we've been through over the last 20 years, and in some respects to remember our history so we don't repeat our history. And especially this year, we are looking forward to some wonderful guest speakers in the past, members of our own congregation. Some of our kids have done a 9/11 remembrance, and it's been beautiful. So this year, we've got some additional guest speakers. One is the former police commissioner from the city of Chicago, who was assistant police commissioner in New York City at 9/11, and now is a Park Ridge resident. Actually, we baptized his child here at St. Luke's several years ago, and so we're looking forward to hearing his reflection on that day as well. So just wanted to be reminding people, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, September the 10th, the 11th.
The Friday morning before work.
Right, at 8 o'clock in front of the City Hall on Hodges Park. So if you have the opportunity to be there tomorrow morning, September the 10th, Friday morning, that would be wonderful. And then we've got God's Work Our Hands weekend coming up. Can you maybe share a little bit about what's going on there?
I would love to. So we have been talking about these kindness kits the last few weeks here in worship. And here is a sample of one and a couple of the things that they're going to include. There's a card that we're going to ask our kids to color either during church or during walkabout, some granola bar and some other non-perishable food items. There's some Band-Aids, a clean pair of socks, enough on a $5 to McDonald's just to get something warm to eat, some soap, some hand sanitizer, some lip balm, just those basic things that help us be able to see our neighbors who sometimes don't feel like they're even seen by those who are around them. So we would love to have you come and help us put those together between services on Sunday. Speaking of between services, we do switch to 2 services this week. It'll be quite exciting. 8:30 and 10:45. And as the COVID world continues to turn, you're going to see something new in your bulletin this week. And so in your bulletin, when you pick it up, you're also going to see a blue sheet of paper. And in the sheet of paper is basic contact information. Oh, it was upside down, not that it really matters. But because of the COVID policies at this point, we do need to go back to contact tracing, but we also want it to be private. So what we're asking is that family units fill out that blue piece of paper where they're participating, fold it up and put it in the offering box. We'll put them in an envelope, and if we need them, we can go through and pull out that contact information if there was need for contact tracing. Otherwise, every 2 weeks after that 14-day period, we can just, we'll shred them and get rid of them for the basic information so that we can try to keep everyone as safe as possible.
Yeah, I think it's really important to note that we participated in a webinar last week, which was sponsored by our synod and the legal team that represents our synod. And they were very clear about the fact that we need to be following the county in terms of health regulations. And right now, the county is masking anyone that's in the building and doing contact tracing. And so that's why we're doing this. We're not doing it more difficult, but from a liability standpoint and just from a good neighbor standpoint,
right.
We are trying to live into that. So again, if you come to worship at St. Luke's, you will be masked throughout worship. When we're upstairs making the kindness kits, we'll be masked up there. And even smaller groups that meet in different rooms in the building and outside groups are now being asked to mask when they're inside the building. We hope that this variant, this Delta variant, that it's really going to change things a little bit, will kind of pass and we can get back to some sort of normalcy.
Yeah.
But until that happens, we just need to be very vigilant about keeping people safe and working hard to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the right people. So just be aware of that.
Absolutely. And another way that we are trying to stay vigilant is by giving people options the best we can. So on the 19th, I am excited to get families and kids and youth back at St. Luke's and to get to know some of them in person. So for Sunday school, it's going to kick off on the 19th. There's both a hybrid and an in-person option. If you plan to participate on either platform, please email me, let me know you're planning to come. It will really help us make sure we have the right number of adults and the right amount of materials. You're welcome to come on either platform, and it's designed to be able to flow between the two depending on what's going on in your world and what's going on in the COVID world at that point. Very excited to get confirmation up and running again. If you haven't turned in that registration sheet, please do so. And the other thing that's happening on the 19th is we're kicking off our high school ministry. Next summer is the Elc Youth Gathering. We are meeting together on the 19th at 6:30 to get kids back together. You know, since confirmation last year, those who got confirmed headed into high school, kind of get them started a little bit later because they got a lot of activities going on, but just to create that momentum and excitement that comes with planning for the gathering and seeing what St. Luke's wants to be about in terms of our high school ministry this year. So I'm really excited for the 19th to get to see everyone.
Absolutely. And the night, just be aware of the fact that even though the event is not going to be taking place till July of next year, registrations for the event are going to be starting now.
Yeah, they are.
If we want to save some money, we need to get our reservations in early October, which means families need to now be planning on, having their kids go to this event, which has been traditionally a really important event for faith development amongst our high school students at St. Luke.
Absolutely. And I know there's a number of kids who would share their story, and even some of the research that has come out from within the ELCA, that two of the biggest impactful events for a high schooler has either been a camp experience or the gathering. Yeah.
So it is a really great opportunity. I've had a chance to go to, I believe, 3 of them. Mm-hmm. I know Mr. Mears has gone to many and he's planning on going. You're going to be going this time. Yep. And so just make sure, if you're a high school parent listening to this and you want your child to go to this, we need to hear from you. We need to see you on the 19th. We need to hear from you to say, contact Pastor Sally to say, or Mr. Mears to say, sign my kid up, because we really, it's important to get this information now so that we can move forward. And then we are going to be doing fundraising throughout the year. But getting the registrations initially is really critical. And that's what's
I think we keep talking about it as high school, but it does include this year's 8th graders, because as of the end of the year next year, they're considered high schoolers. So the gathering includes them as well. So it's really a 5-year chunk. So even if you have an 8th grader, please consider coming. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. The other thing that's going to be taking place on the 19th is also a flu shot clinic. Mm-hmm. We will have the flu shots, the super flu shots for those over 65. That would include me. We also are going to have pneumonia shots available, and I believe the vaccine. is also available that day. So if you have not yet been vaccinated, you can begin that regimen on that day as well. They will have some vaccine available. So, and then later on, the Cook County Health Department has reached out to us, asking us to be a site for booster shots when those become available sometime in late September, early October. So we are trying to be very vigilant to help people with their health situations, make sure that they're in the best situation possible to face these health issues that we are dealing with right now. So I think that pretty much covers it from my standpoint.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to share?
No, I'm excited to see St. Luke's at the next, what I would say is a next transition, right?
Yes,
since
well,
I've been here since the first of the year, so with the first time we get 2 services. So I'm excited.
Right, we're excited about that, and I'm hoping that people will come back and be with us. We've had really good attendance over the summer, but we know that there are certain folks that are 8:30 people and other folks that have been traditionally 11 o'clock people, now 10:45 people. And we're hoping to see some of those folks who we haven't seen for a while to come back and be with us. It is a very safe environment. We are continuing to do communion in a very safe, individual way. As I said, everybody's masked except for leaders who have all been vaccinated. Yep. So we hope that you can come back with us and start being connected again with the congregation that I know means so much to so many of you.
Absolutely. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy the fantastic September sun. Go find some fresh apples to pick.
There you go. And again, remember tomorrow morning, 9/11, when I say tomorrow morning, I'm meaning Friday morning, September the 10th at 8 o'clock down by the Hodges Park, in front of the City Hall for a 9/11 remembrance.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
All right. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.